Hey guys, Heartless here, and welcome to another evening of Hero Lounge, and I'll be casting you games today. So today we're gonna have a game between Extremely Explicit and Team Binfused, and actually both teams are kind of ready. So we'll jump kind of straight away to the drafting here. Just let me know. Just let them know that we are ready. All right, so both teams have actually prepared already the maps there. So as far as map bans go, we have Battlefield of Eternity and Garden of Terror as the two maps that are banned for us today. The maps that they have picked is gonna be Tomb of the Spider Queen, Cursed Hollows, and Towers of Doom. So both teams have started their drafting, and there we go. Oh wow. What's happening? Did I really forget? Again? Oh my god. Sorry about that, guys. And magic. Okay, voila. Just a second, and there we go. So the first map is going to be Tomb of the Spider Queen and Extremely Explicit from whose name I'm gonna pronounce as XX from now on, are gonna be going on as the first banners here with the Li Ming band. The second team here, Team Binfused, is gonna be going with their own band right now, and it's very interesting that XX actually prioritize banning Li Ming, considering we are on the Tomb of the Spider Queen. Zul is very strong here. You have Sylvanas can be strong as well here. She can get the extra value. I don't know if she's first ban priority though. But yeah, but as we can see, XX prioritized on banning Li Ming, and the Team Beanfuse actually prioritized on banning Zagara, which is actually a very good choice by them. You really want a strong solo laners here on this map. So XX are going to secure Zul for themselves. Team Beanfuse are going to secure the Falstad for themselves. All things considered, it seems like XX are gonna go for the 1-4 split. That means they're gonna have one solo laner and 4 people rotating. Normally, we'll have the bottom. Well, it doesn't actually matter on this map too much actually. All things, but if you consider the way the map is structured, you will have a solo laner actually at the top lane. That's the preferred place because of how the map is shaped and how you rotate between mid and top, as opposed to how you rotate between mid and bot. So because there's like a more narrow choke when you rotate to the bottom, you really want to have this the safety of rotation, which actually benefits kind of the 4-man rotation rotating to the bot. That's why you oftentimes see players rotating between mid and bottom on that map. So XX again, as I talked about before, they are gonna go with the 1-4 split here. They have secured their solo laner Thrall, and they're gonna be picking Jaina as their backline. So as far as drafting goes, so far XX has decided. Not has decided, but they have opened up with a pretty strong draft. On the side of Team Beanfused here, we have the Falstad followed by the Johanna, which suggests that you're gonna have an Asmodon in your composition. However, they didn't secure both of them together at the same round, which opens up the opportunity for XX to deny the Asmodon by simply banning him right now. And if they don't ban him, then expect to see an Asmodon as a possibility here on the side of Team Beanfuse. But of course, everything is open. We can just see Joanna as just there for the wave clear, for the extra security, not necessarily because you go for the Aswell Johanna composition. And XX are gonna be deciding to actually go with the Sylvanas ban, not being too afraid of the potential for an Asmodunk here. So we will see if Team Beanfuse will actually decide to go with Asmodon composition, but no, it seems like they're gonna secure their Morales as their support there and the Rainer. Very interesting there. So they have 2 strong auto attackers together with the Morales, so we should expect to see Steam Pack and not Medevac out of for Heroic. You have the Joanna as your frontliner. And their composition seems very solid. Will they go for another frontliner, a tank? as their fifth pick, I mean, you could go for a Sonya here pretty easily. She kind of fits the composition. She's a very tanky frontliner. She can survive on her own post 16 if she dives a little bit too far, so she doesn't need a medic to chase her to get the heals off. So very interesting team composition here, coming from Team Binfused and extremely explicit. Still need their tank, still need their support. They secure the Rhaegar. I don't think that comes as a surprise to any one of us. And their front line. I would love to see Muirden here, simply because of his level 1 talent, Reverberation, where you actually get the attack speed slow off your Thunderclap. But instead they are going to actually go with Ethereal, which can work. He does have the imposing will. He can get the auto attack damage slowed down on his opponents. Plus, of course, you have the added benefit of getting their movement speed slowed as well. Plus, you have the safety of the sanctification. But I don't know how much value sanctification is gonna get, considering there's so much auto attack coming on the side of Team Binfused. So it's not like they're relying on burst damage to secure kills actually. So it's very interesting here, decision with Ethereal. We'll see, of course, if it actually works out for them. And Team Beanfuse are going to go there at the end with the Chen as their front line. And that's interesting choice. Ha! I mean, Chen does have the potential to go with the CAG and kind of make isolation on certain heroes. Like, he can easily just, jump on the Jaina, CAG her away from her team. And you know what? Even if they don't have a lot of bursts, it's more than enough to have the Rainer and the Falstad focus the Jaina for the few seconds that she's getting pushed away and get a kill on her. However, Chen is a very divey hero, and as we can see, we don't have any divers here on the side of Team Beanfuse, and you have the Morales, which will make it hard for her to connect with the Chen. But it is a Chen, it is a tank, he has the survivability. Also, he will probably, and again as mentioned, gonna go for the Kangas heroic, which will allow him also to have an added escape there. So very interesting composition from Team Beanfuse. They don't have much burst, however. So how much kill potential do you actually have? I mean, you have the Falstad, he does provide a little bit of burst, but not something that we, I mean, if you compare it to Extremely Explicit, nothing that's on their level. Definitely not. So we'll need to see if it actually managed to work out for them. They did go for the more slower, consistent damage. Team Beanfused, that is, and Extremely Explicit. They have a ton of burst. They have the Jaina, they have the Thrall. Those two, supply more than enough burst. So we will see if they actually, on the side of Team Beanfused, if they actually can make something happen there. So the game is starting here, and just let me make sure that we have the teams in the correct side. So Extremely Explicit are going to be our bursters, and they are indeed... Wait, why don't we see the game? Wait a second, something is wrong here. Wait, why doesn't it... Hold on a second, guys. We have the drafting, and the in-game is not working. Let me try and add in a game capture here. What if I add existing one? Nope. Guys, I'm so sorry about this. I don't know what happened. I haven't changed anything. For some reason, it doesn't detect. Just a second. I paused the game, so don't worry, guys. You're not missing anything. I have no idea what's happening here. Oh my god. Game is not showing for some reason. It's like it's okay, guys. I need to restart my game. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna try and reset my game. For some reason, OBS doesn't capture it. I don't know why. I did test it before. Hold on. Okay, now we have. Okay, so I needed to restart the game. We have image here. Rejoin. Okay, guys. Okay. Okay. Saved. Right? Whew. Okay, guys, again, I'm so sorry. I haven't got a clue what happened. All I did was restart the game and now OBS captured it. So let's start with a quick introduction here while the game is building up here. So on the left side of the map here in blue, we have Xtremly Xplicit with Babaka on Rhaegar, Per Excellence on Zul, Killer Inst on Jaina. Oh, and we have a small skirmish here, but let me finish the introduction here with Dila on Thrall and Banwan on Tyrael. And on the right of the map here we have Team Binfused with Kerry Barlow on Lieutenant Morales, Arthas OP on Tychus, Theb on Johanna, Willie on Chen, and Karis on Falstad. So the map has started, both teams are kinda doing their thing. We do see that actually the solo lane is gonna be the bottom lane there, but it's completely fine. Usually the solo lane is the top one, but it's, again, this map is built kind of an even way. There isn't two lanes that are too separated from one another. So we do see here at the bottom lane we're gonna have a Thrall versus a Chen. Not the most favorable matchup for the Thrall player, not at the beginning anyway. Due to the way the Chen works, together with his trait, he can just get so much shield up, and it's just so hard to burst it down. And on the top lane here, we do see here the Falstad. He's gonna get rotated. He's gonna get the Bone Prison over, and a nice flight by him. Gonna be dodging that Blizzard. So nice barrel roll there by the Falstad, gonna be saving him the XP here, and so far so good here by both teams. We can see that the XNs are gonna be, working on their rotation there. Nice little bit of pressure there from the Tychus, kinda blocking their rotation, not blocking it completely, but kinda getting the extra damage done there while they rotate there. So we do have level 1 here, and actually Rhaegar gonna go with the wolf run there, expecting to be a lot in wolf form there. We'll see if he's gonna be talenting into it more later as the game develops. But in level 1 so far we have wolf run here on the Rhaegar, and actually we have a backlash instead of shade on the Zul player. Wow. Very interesting. I mean, you do have double tank, so I can understand the reasoning behind the backlash, but you also have the Tychus and the Falstad. Oh, sorry, by the way, I was casting... Wait, is this a Tychus? It is a Tychus and not a Rainer. For some reason I thought it was a Rainer, or at least I mentioned it in the drafting. So my bad there again. But again, I'm surprised he didn't go with the shade, considering you do have the Falstad and you do have the Tychus there on the side of the Team Binfused. So we'll see if it actually doesn't come back to him and kind of bites him in the rear. The fact that he didn't go with the shade. I mean, I don't feel like they need the extra damage there on the tanks. They do have the Thrall on their side. He can definitely go to something like Giant Killer. I mean, he definitely should be going to talent to Giant Killer together with the Tempest Fury at 16. It can provide with him with a lot of burst there, even on tanks. So we will see how it actually works out for him. And by the way, Taika is going to go on level 4 on Into the Rhythm, so expect to have the biggest D ever on the Taika's player. So both teams kinda making sure they are not losing any of the experience. So they are making sure that they are rotating, especially the Zul team. They have the tool that you need to get the maximum amount of value from him, get your rotation up and running. And on the side of Team Binfused, they're actually doing a pretty good job, all things considered, countering the rotation. I mean, of course, there's a lot of room for improvement. The ammunition already drowned here at the middle lane, and at the top lane they already lost the front wall there, but they're still managed to keep up on the experience. But again, as mentioned, it's all things considered, it's so difficult to actually fight properly early game Zul, especially if you get a 4-man rotation with him that we see that Xax does have. So level 6 is here for both players. They are about to hit level 7 on the side of Xtremly Xplicit there. Ooh, and a lot of damage coming on the Morales. Can they secure the kill? And yes, nice kill there on the Morales player. Will secure them the level 7 there. And now XX there are starting to open a little bit of a lead there with about half a level lead in their favor. So we have level 7 here. We have the cleanse on the Rhaegar. We have the Rathmat Blessing on the Zul there. Bone Prison does connect on the Falsa, but of course will not do too much damage as he managed to fly away. We also have Frostbitten on the Jaina together with the follow through for the Thrall, so not something special here. We have Zealotry on the Tyrael there, as is level 7. So again, nothing too special on their side, but they managed to secure their ooh, and a nice body block there on the Chin, but he will manage to escape there. The Morales is there, gonna manage to keep him alive there. Nice try there by XX to secure the kill on the Chin there, but now the counter damage is going. There's a lot of damage done here on the Zul player by the Taika, so just going ham on him. He's so low on hit points. You need to remember he does have Frostmat's Blessing, which means he will be getting extra heal there from minions that die. By the way, Taika is doing so much damage together with the Into the Rhythm. It's just getting worse and worse and worse. And the Zul player tried to go ham on the Morales, but he is getting zoned out by the Taika's player. So good job by them. But we need to keep in mind that the spiders have spawned. Sure, they cleared the top lane there. Well, almost cleared the top lane there. The middle lane, Spider is still very healthy. The bottom lane was cleared by the Falstad player. So good job by them. Mitigating a lot of the damage that they could have taken. I mean, they managed to secure the top and bottom forts there. Ooh, and the Tyrael player is getting dropped here with hit points. He's getting chased by the Chen. He does get the cleanse on him. He's just gonna be flying away with Anduin's Might there. The Chen is diving him a little bit too deep though. No, he won't be able to secure the kill nor the counter engagement on top of him. So all things considered, XX managed to get a maximum amount of value here from the Spider, considering this is the first wave, considering nobody has Sylvanas on their side. They managed to take down, as we can see here, the middle fort there, as well as, well, actually the bottom lane did a very fantastic job there. The Falstad kind of defending it, not even taking down the towers there. The top lane, of course, was already weakened up from the rotation before. Ooh, the nice collapse here on the Morales. Can they secure the kill? It seems like she will be dying. And yes, she will be dead there, and the Thrall is dropping very low on hit points as well. Can they make it a 1-for-1 here together with the Zul there? He's dropping low, but it doesn't seem like they can secure the kill on the Zul, but the Thrall is dropping down, so it's going to be a 1-for-1 here. Ooh, and the body block on the Jaina. Can they make it actually a 2-for-1 there? The Jaina is dropping low. She did get the healing wave from the Rhaegar there, and it will allow her to survive together with the body block from the Tyrael. Will allow her to escape there, but the Tyrael will manage to escape as well there. What a close call here, by both teams. They're managing to trade 1-for-1 there. And no more. And that's actually a very good situation for Xtremely Xplicit, because they are about to hit level 10. So trading 1-for-1, this is the worst that could have happened to them. They of course wanted to get the Morales kill and get the hell out of there. But instead, they managed to get a 1-for-1, but still, it's gonna be a 4-for-4, and they have their heroics up here, so this is a very bad engagement for Team Binfused. Chen is dropping very low here together with the Tyrael, but certification gonna keep him alive there. The Ring of Frost on the Falstad there, but he should be able to survive there together with the medic there. Johanna will pop her Iron Skin there. She's very healthy. It doesn't seem like Taika has his minigun up and ready, so he cannot punish any more of the front line there. The Thrall will be dropping a little bit of hit points, but no kill there. Except for the Chen on either of the teams. So fantastic job actually, all things considered, on the side of Team Binfused. I mean, sure, they didn't have the level 10, they kind of got there into engagement a little bit too prematurely, but they managed to actually secure the turn-in before Xtremly Xplicit had the opportunity to actually get some value from their heroic. So they had the small window of opportunity where they were at a disadvantage, and they actually managed to get the secure kill there. The Tyrael just barely managed to escape there on the steam drone on the far side. Again, a little bit prematurely used there as the Tyrael managed to escape there, and actually Team Binfused will secure their first fort in the game with the Spider Wave. So as far as structures go, both teams are very even. Both of them have one fort down there. Both of them have the level 10, and both of them are pretty close as far as experience go. Xtremly Xplicit again, a little bit ahead in experience. Chen a little bit in an awkward position, but he should be able to escape there. He's very close to the fort at the bottom lane there. So we do have level 10 here. We haven't talked about the heroics, but I mean, you guys can obviously see here we do have ancestral healing on the Rega player. We do have the Poison Nova on the Zul, as well as the Ring of Frost here on the Nova player. We do have Sundering on the Thrall and Certification on the Tyrael. We do have Steam Drone on the Morales, together with, surprisingly enough, Commander Odin, or it's actually Commandeer Odin on the Tychus, Blessed Shield on the Johanna, Kag on the Chen, and Mighty Guts on the far side. We do have an engagement in the Bone Prison that's connected on the far side, but not enough follow-up, and then the Ring of Frost here will connect on the far side as well. Will allow him to secure the kill as well as on the Johanna there. So fantastic job there by the Jaina with the flank there. Now they're all of a sudden on the run there. The Morales is being focused down there, and the Tychus should be taken down as well, but not before he manages to secure the kill on the Jaina. But it's going to be a 4-for-1 trade here for Xtremly Xplicit, with the Chen just barely managing to survive there. And I have to say, I'm super surprised that Tychus actually went with the Commandeer Odin, considering he has Into the Rhythm. The reason why you actually see that the laser drill being the standard nowadays is not because it got the buffs. I mean, it's one of the reasons, but it's not the main reason. The main reason why you want to have the laser drill as your heroic, it's simply because it allows you as a Tychus player to still get your auto attacks off, still get the value from the minigun if needed. I mean, sure, you can pop the minigun and then immediately go for the Odin, but you're kind of expecting the stars to align for it to make happen, right? You need to be in a good position to get value from the minigun to begin with, and then, you know, use the minigun fully, and only then, you know, if the team fight still goes on, to actually use the Odin. So the preferred method, or the default heroic actually for the Tychus by most players in teams nowadays, is actually the laser drill, simply because it just allows more freedom to Tychus to get extra value from his minigun. But as it stands, he went for the Commandeer Odin, so expect the big red button at the level 20 upgrade there. Interesting choice to say. Hopefully it'll get the value they want from it. Just pointing out that the default is usually the laser drill. By no means do I mean that that Odin itself is a bad heroic. It's actually very powerful. So we'll have to see if they actually get some extra value out of it. So Xtremely Xplicit, they have enough gems here. They are looking to make their turn in. Both teams have the level 13 talents, but they have the level 14 here on the side of Xtremely, and the Ancestral will be able to connect on the Zul player, will save him, and the Ring of Frost will connect with the player, but the Jaina is getting barreled by the Chen, and it will isolate her and secure the kill on her. The Steam Drone is going to go on the fast side there, and this is a very dangerous situation here with the Thrall. He will be taken down there with increased attack speed, and the Odin by the Falstad and the Tychus. So nice engagement there by Team Binfused, denying the turning, getting the kill, the double kill there on Xtremely Xplicit, despite the fact that they were a level down, which means that they did have this 4% power disadvantage, but it didn't stop them from getting the double kill there on the Jaina and the Thrall. So awesome job there by fantastic job there by the Chen, kind of isolating the Jaina there and collapsing on her with the entire team, and then of course securing the kill on the Thrall. And this will allow them not only to deny the gems as mentioned, but also to secure the last fort on the side of XX. So Zul, they did rotate into the bottom lane there, managed to get the sneak turn in, and you know, this is exactly what Extremely Explicit needed to be doing there. They need to elevate the pressure on the lanes there. The lanes are fairly pushed, all things. I mean, if you look at the map, we do have the middle lane and the top lane both kind of pushed forward there. The bottom lane, however, is pushed rather backwards, so not much value to be gotten from there. Not even sure if it was correct English, but the point is they won't get any value out of the bottom lane. It doesn't look like it, especially with Falstad, with Shen defending it. Ooh, and the Bone Prison is gonna connect on the Morales. Can they secure the kill on her? And yes, they can. Ooh, and the nice identification there from the Tyrell will counter the Ring of Frost there, or not counter, but supplement the Ring of Frost, allowing them to actually go forward there, but no kill there from Extremely Explicit. So fantastic job by XX, kind of collapsing on the Morales there. However, they did use a lot of the heroics. They have Ring of Frost on cooldown. They have Thundering on cooldown as well as certification there. Ooh, and the Tychus with the Odin a little bit too forward. They're gonna get immediately punished there as the entire team of XX is there to punish him with the Bone Prison. We connect on the Johanna. She doesn't have Iron Skin on her. She needs to be super careful there. She will manage to escape, but it will cost them the first keep in the game. Will go to XX there. But there's gonna be the counter engagement here. Nice barrel there by the Chin. Gonna secure the kill there on the Zul there, but not enough follow up here to secure any further kills. Whew. Very close fights there, going kind of back and forth. A small mistake by the Tychus player early on, being a little bit too front forward. Got locked by Thrall. Feral will secure the kill on him despite the fact that he was in Odin mode. So we do have level 16 for both teams here. We do have Earth Grasp Totem there on the Rhaegar, will allow them to just close in on their kill target that much more easily. We have amplified damage there on the Zul player, allowing to get the vulnerability that they need in order to secure the kill, especially considering they are facing double tank on the side of Binfused. So very interesting decision there, something that can definitely pay off for them. We have Northern Exposure, however, for the Jaina player. Again, it makes sense. You are facing double tank there. You just need to be worried about not stacking it in order to get maximum value out of it. Nice thundering by the Thrall there, but nice gust there from the Facet. Ooh, and Ring of Frost. They're gonna connect on two players there, and the Tychus is in an awkward position there. Certification will secure them the Tychus skill there, and the Falstad is dropping very low here, and he should be taken down there as the Morales is down as well. So no extra heal there on their team, and a nice body block there on the Johanna, and I think this could be game. Yes, it is game actually. There's only the Chen there up and running there for team Binfused. What the hell am I saying even? So game number 1 there is gonna go here for Extremely Explicit with a nice collapsion there at the end there on the Tychus, on the Morales, and eventually securing the kill on the Johanna. But the Chen himself gonna be a little bit annoying there, but not enough in order to protect their core. So game number 1 gonna go to Extremely Explicit. Fantastic game. Fantastic game. So game number 1, won by Extremely Explicit on Tomb of the Spider Queen. We had some back and forth playing here. Team Binfused, they had the Tychus. They actually managed to make him work. He managed to punish a lot of the frontliner, did a lot of damage. But eventually at the end of the day, the burst from the Jaina together with the Thrall, especially the Jaina player, managed to make to get so much value out of Ring of Frost, which is something we don't see too often. But a lot of the Ring of Frost were on at least 2 targets. They managed to lock down the squishies. They managed to collapse there together with the Thrall and the Tyrell, together with the certification providing the extra protection there at the front line. So seriously, fantastic job by all players there. The Rhaegar as well, he was spot on with some of the ancestrals, keeping his teammates alive. So fantastic job by Extremely Explicit, and congratulations on winning game number 1. We're gonna go to a quick 3 minutes break. Stay tuned, and we'll be back with game number 2 between Extremely Explicit and Team Binfused.
Nuclear launch detected.
Hey guys, and welcome back. We are here for game number 2 between Extremely Explicit and Team Binfused. So before we start and jump into the draft here, game number 2 is going to be held on Cursed Hollow. So this is actually the biggest map we have in Heroes of the Storm currently. And by the way, guys, if you haven't heard about, check out the new trailers that we have of Heroes of the Storm and the things that are under development. There are going to be now some StarCraft 2 themes map. They actually released their looks. I haven't got a clue how big they are. I hope they're big. I hope they're fantastic. I'm super excited about them. Plus, they released Alarak, one of the more interesting characters in StarCraft 2. So definitely worth checking out if you haven't heard about this. Check it out as well. There's a post on Reddit about the new Vala changes. Again, check it out. Check it out. Some really exciting things are coming to the Nexus. So we are still waiting for Extremely Explicit to actually accept the draft and initiate it. So Yep. So we have some time to burn. I did let them know that we are ready here. So I did let the team know that they can actually start the draft itself. So while we wait here, again, let's talk a little bit about the things that we have here for the Nexus that is up and coming while we have some time to burn. So guys, again, if you haven't checked it out, go to Reddit. There's a post there about the new changes to Vala. She's going to be more... Let's say that if Vala is extremely easy to play right now, she's, very auto attack centric, despite the fact that you have the multi-shot build and you have the Q build that's not very popular, but you do see it from time to time for a little bit of sustain, especially if you're playing quick match. What's going to happen right now is she's going to be very, very oriented around her hatred. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to actually directly interact with it, not just her auto attacks or speed. It's going to be, if I got it right, a usable skill now, a usable trait rather, where you actually can get certain bonuses, like you can have damage reduction and damage bonus, stuff like this. I haven't actually gone through the entire post, but there's some very, very, very interesting choices, or actually interesting changes regarding the way some of her, or not some, but a lot of her stuff are going to interact with hatred. Considering it's going to be now an active trait, something that's clickable. So very, very interesting, very important to pay attention to if you are more of a serious player, of course. So yeah, so drafting has started, which is right in time because I really kind of ran out of things to say there about that. Because I mean, the StarCraft 2 maps, they looked fantastic. they really look fantastic. Like, really check it out. So the drafting has started here, and the map is Curse Hollow. So Curse Hollow is, again, as mentioned, a very, very, very big map that really favors globals here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we're gonna see something, any of the Falstad hero, Brightwing. I wouldn't even be surprised if we're gonna see Lost Viking or Abathur here. I mean, all things are open. I mean, we already see that, at least on the side of Team Binfused, they're very comfortable playing Falstad. So I wouldn't be surprised if we're gonna see him on this map. Other worthwhile mentioning are heroes like Zagara. Zagara is a total beast here, simply because it's such a long map that it's so hard to make rotations on her, and that means you really need to have someone in your team that can handle her in a 1v1 situation, and there are exactly 2 heroes that can handle Zagara in a 1v1 situation, if I remember correctly, and I hope I'm not wrong, but I think there's only 2, which are Thrall, and the 1v1 versus Thrall versus Zagara is very skill intensive, so it can easily go either way if one of the players is a little bit, off his play, or a little bit less confident about his play with the hero. And the other matchup that's really good is Chen versus Zagara. Chen just destroys Zagara. She cannot break through his shield. All he does is spam trade, get the shield up, go in, fire breath, cake smash, and repeat to victory. But as it stands, it doesn't seem like we're gonna have any of those here. But Xtremely Xplicit already opening with a Greymane and an Abathur here. What a strong opening. They got Greymane, which is one of the best assassins, arguably the best assassin in the game right now, into an Abathur, which all of a sudden your Abathur has the best assassin to clone in the game. So already such a strong opening from Xtremely Xplicit here. Team Binfused, on the other hand, their first pick was Liming, and they're now going to go with the Johanna and the Tyrael. So they have a very strong line. Also, the Tyrael denies the sanctification of the Greymane, and I wouldn't be surprised if you're going to see a ban on the Uther there to deny the Divine Shield on the Greymane. So very, very strong opening here by Team Binfused as far as countering the Greymane. They already went for a strong frontliner. They have the strong Tyrael with the sanctification, which, sanctification, the Tyrael, not only does he prevent the sanctification from the Greymane, it also works very, very well against him. Greymane is going to go and close in on the Liming. Bam! Sanctification, Liming protected, invulnerable, and all of a sudden your Greymane is in the middle of the enemy team that's are invulnerable. Bye-bye, Greymane. Team Binfused are going to proceed with the ETC ban, and by the way, Xtremely Xplicit are going to be going with the Kerrigan ban, which I absolutely love. I mean, you have the Tyrael already with the sanctification. You are really afraid of any kind of strong frontline assassin. Something like a Kerrigan with the sanctification can be a disaster. So I absolutely love the fact that they banned the Kerrigan, and I love the fact that Team Binfused, looking at the enemy team, are like, hey guys, you're still missing your tank. Let's just ban ETC and not worry about the Mosh. Despite the fact that they do have the Liming, they do have the Johanna, they still don't want to deal with the Mosh. Even if it's not the Mosh, you have the power slide. If you get some damage done, you have the lockout with the power slide and the jump from the Greymane, especially if there's also a clone. It can be a disaster for the backline. So Team Binfused are going to prioritize Morales again. So I guess their support player is a Morales fan, together with the Tychus there, kind of for the front line. Not sure how much I like the Tychus here. I mean, you do have the Muradin, but that's about it as far as the front line goes. You have the Greymane and the Abathur. I question the Tychus pick. I would have loved to see a more melee-heavy player there, like a melee assassin, possibly a Sonya, and then you'd have the sickest front line out there. But I mean, as it stands, it's a good thing they didn't pick the Sonya, because Xtremely Xplicit actually responded to this front line with the Lunara, which is a good decision. But how much damage can you actually hope to get done, or how much pressure do you actually hope to get done with the Lunara against a Morales? I mean, any other healer there, I would say, okay, Lunara is a good choice there. It doesn't actually matter even if you have the Rhaegar there. I mean, Lunara doesn't have to go as a sole counter to a single Uther healer, right? She can put on a lot of pressure on the Rhaegar. Also, if you have a front line, she can kite them very, very easily. She can really be punishing towards that. But when you have a Morales, she can just heal so efficiently throughout the dots of Lunara. I mean, if Lunara can actually make sure that she spreads her damage, it's a different story. But if they're gonna go for a focus target, which seems like they will be doing there together with the Greyman and Abathur, then the damage they're gonna be doing is not gonna be as effective. However, it's important to remember that you have the Abathur clone and you have the Morales, and she can be so susceptible to the double dive there from the Greyman and the Greyman clone that they can instantly delete her. So this is a very interesting draft by both teams here. Something I'm very looking forward there to look for and to see actually who can benefit from it. So extremely explicit. We are gonna be jumping here straight to game number 1 there with extremely explicit. Let me just do this and this, and extremely explicit there are gonna be our team here on the left side there, and they have the victory from game number 1. And on Greymane we have Banuan, and on Lunara we have a Killer Inst, Per Excellence on Abathur, Babakak on Rhaegar, and Dilla on Muradin. And on the right side of the map here we have Team Binfused with Arthas OP on the Tychus, Feb on the Johanna, Kerry Barlow on Morales, Nakaris on Li Ming, and Willie on Tyrael. So both teams here are going to be 5 men in the middle here. We see the Greyman rotating kind of to the top there. I wouldn't be surprised if you're going to secure at least the experience on the top lane there. Oh, nice rumble on the Li Ming. Will get a little bit of damage done, but it should be negated completely considering they have the Morales on their side. So a lot of those pokings, especially early on in the game, really shouldn't be nearly as effective as you'd expect, because again, you do have the Morales, you do have the ability there to actually negate a lot of the poke damage. Tychus will be rotating to the bot lane together with the Lunara player there, kind of securing the experience and in the bottom line as well. So we do have a skirmish here going on here, nothing too special. On the side of Extremely Explicit, they have the Abathur, so they should expect to be a little bit weaker on the team fight before level 10 hits. So they need to be a little bit careful about this, especially as the tribute time is gonna spawn. They do have the Lunara, so they do have some amount of poke, but not too much. So how long they can actually stall the tribute, I'm not sure. I'm not sure they can stall the tribute for long enough, especially considering that on the side of Team Binfused, one, they have the Li Ming as their poke, so they can definitely get out poke, and they have the Morales to completely counter the poke on the side of Extremely Explicit. So at the long run, or not even in the long run, pretty quickly actually, they're gonna put a lot of pressure on the Rhaegar player as far as healing goes. So I'm a little bit worried about how much they can actually stall the tribute in order to get their Abathur, or rather to allow their Abathur to get the value that he needs to before level 10. But again, that is something you need to be expecting as the team with the Abathur on your side. You need to be expecting to be a little bit weaker in the early game, but you do need to also expect to be catching up once you hit level 10. Once you have all of a sudden the Greyman clone, you need to make something happen there. So the first tribute is going to be spawning here, and by the way, we are at the 2 minutes mark, which means that the camps have spawned here, the giants have spawned, and only Greymane, only Extremely Explicit has secured their giant, which means that they will get extra value, not only by getting the Abathur soak, but also by having the giant pushing the top lane there. Nice dwarf by the Muradin, gonna be dodging Condemn from the Morales. But again, how long can they actually make it stall? I mean, they have now double reason to stall. Not only do they have the extra experience from the Abathur player, but they also have the giants pushing at the top there. So far they are doing a very fantastic job. They're not allowing for the instant cap there. They should get another interruption with the Greyman, and he does get the auto attack, but is it gonna cost him his life? It doesn't seem like he will manage to escape there. And another interruption by the Greyman. So all things considered, they are doing a very fantastic job. They're kind of getting the interruption through the splash there, but it seems like Li Ming will be able to channel this tribute. Ooh, and a nice kill there on the Lunara there. Getting chased by the Tyrael, and the Tychus will secure the kill on her, as well as the tribute. So they managed to stall the tribute a little bit longer than I expected to, so good job by them, getting a little bit of value here at the top lane. The towers are drained, they are starting to get a bit of damage here, but the Johanna is rotating there, not going to be able to catch the Abathur there. But again, I mean, look at this. Team Binfused actually getting a lot of value through their poke. The Li Ming doing a lot of poke. They're already taking down the tower. Just another hit here from the missile will secure this tower kill. And again, the wall is also taken down there. There's a little bit of pressure being held there, being put there. Ooh, nice kill there on the Tychus, and the Tiro will be taken down as well there. So 2 kills here for the side of the Abathur player, and this is fantastic. The tribute has just spawned now, so we should expect to see the Tiro and the Tychus up and ready before actually the tribute will be contested there, considering that Xtremly Xplicit or XX are collapsing from the bot lane, so it will take them a little bit of time there. But still, good job by XX getting 2 kills despite the fact that they have the Abathur on their team. They haven't hit level 10 there, so still no clone value there. By the way, level 10 is hit. We have Wizened Duelist here on the Greyman, so this is a very dangerous spot for him. He needs to be extra careful with his life. The Muradin will be taken down there. He kind of went too much aggro there, and this will secure tribute number 2 there for Team Binfused. Ooh, they need to be very, very careful here. The Greyman, especially him, he took Wizened Duelist. A little bit of an interesting choice. I mean, you don't have a lot of protection on your side. You have the Rhaegar, but Ancestral Healing connecting on the Greyman is not the easiest thing to do. Greyman just doesn't have enough health pool where you can get those very valuable Ancestral where you just cast them like at the last possible second. Ancestral will be needed to use a little bit more proactively, or rather reactively, I guess, is what I'm trying to use, rather than as a last second resort there. So both teams are kind of even on experience. Team Binfused is slightly ahead here, considering they do manage to get extra value through the poke. I mean, the bottom wall here is taken down there. Ooh, and by the way, we miss here the collapse and on the Lunara here. Nice job by Team Binfused getting another kill there on their side, which will give them an even bigger experience lead and will just get them ahead in the race to level 10, which means that, by the way, as it looks like, Team Binfused will actually hit level 10 as the next tribute will spawn, which will put Xtremely Xplicit on such an awkward position, because this is going to be a curse. They're going to have curse, they're going to have level 10, and Xtremely Xplicit are so far away from level 10. I mean, you know, so far, well, of course, only 1 level, but still, when you put into consideration that the tribute has just spawned, yeah, they are very, very far away. And this is a disaster for them. They're gonna have the curse, they're gonna have to face level 10. Team Binfused, we have Steam Drone on the Morales, Laser Drill here on the Tychus. Joanna with the Blessed Shield there, Ooh, no certification actually, Judgment on the Tyrael, and Disintegrate on the Li Ming. So Judgment Tyrael, something I haven't seen yet, I don't think so, will allow them to go extra aggro on Xtremely Xplicit. Wow. What an interesting choice there to go with Judgment, considering you have a Greyman and you have the Greyman copy. I feel like Sanctification on your Morales could be something just so valuable that I'm really surprised they went with the Judgment here as their choice. I mean, also if you look at your team composition, are you really expecting to go all ham on Lunara with Judgment? I don't think so. You have a Li Ming, you have a Tychus, you don't really want to dive in there. It's not like you have double tank with the Sonya where you're like, well, we can actually dive and destroy them. This is not the case. Even the Tychus can be punished for diving in there. So they really need to be careful there. We do have level 10 hit here on the side of XX. We do have Go for the Throws. We have Thornwood and Vines here on the Lunara. Ultimate Evolution, of course, on the Abathur. Ancestral Healing on the Rhaegar. And Avatar on Muradin. Muradin, by the way, on level 7 went with Ironforge Momentum. I'd love to see give him the X. Give him the X together with the Abathur hat can be something to really look after, especially considering he went for the Thunderborn. You get the Thunderborn, you get the extra slow with the Stormbolt. I mean, you can just proc into the give them the X so easily, so efficiently, not a problem at all. On the other hand, by the way, we have here from the Tychus into the Rhythm there, so really expect again to have the longest D ever on the Tychus, getting a lot of value, at least on the Muradin player. There's so a lot of pressure coming on the Muradin player, but again, it is Muradin, he's a tank. You do have the Ancestral on the Rhaegar, so can you actually burst him down? I'm not sure. Extremely Xplicit, by the way, it took their bottom boss there. Shouldn't expect to get too much value as well, considering that there's also the giants here that's gonna help defend the boss here, and of course Team Binfused are gonna be rotating to defend it. Extremely Xplicit, of course, gonna be rotating immediately to the top lane. They're gonna steal the boss from Team Binfused, seeing as Team Binfused are defending it. So this should be another boss here. It's gonna be an easy take there for Extremely Xplicit. But again, not too much value here from the boss. He managed to take one tower, sure, drained ammunition from the other one, sure, but again, this is a very early boss. This is even before the level 10 mark, so not too much damage done by them, but still kind of relieving the pressure on their lane by securing the double boss there. And of course, if you can sneak the bosses like they did right now, why not? But we need to remember there is a little bit push here in the middle lane here. Actually, the mercenary here was just clear, but there is a push here on the bottom lane. Ooh, and a nice kill there on the Tychus. We kind of missed it there, but Ancestral will be able to connect with the Greyman there, allowing him to just barely escape there. The Muradin is a little bit low on the hit points there, and the Avatar clone is being taken down there. We need to be careful here. This is a 4v5 situation together with the boss there for XX, so this is a good situation for them. The Lunara is dropping a little bit low there. She's gonna be chased down there, but the Tyrell is a little bit going deep there. He doesn't have his judgment available, so he cannot actually connect it to Lunara or the Greyman there, and it seems like that Extremely Xplicit will disengage right on time there. So Team Binfused has defended or has cleared the boss finally. They have lost the fort, they have lost the Tychus player there, and the tribute is gonna be spawning there for them. And by the way, it doesn't, as far as XP go, it doesn't matter how much value the boss got. It doesn't mean that they actually got the kill on the side of Extremely Xplicit. They are still very even on experience there. Ooh, nice amount of damage here on the Greyman, but it doesn't seem like they have enough damage to actually finish him off there. The Tyrell is on the chase there, but he might be diving too far there. The medic is getting a lot of damage on himself, but there's gonna be a Tychus here with the steam drone there, and he will actually secure the kill on the Greyman, but he will be exchanging his life, it seems like it, for the life of the Greyman, or will he actually? The medic, can her passive save, or can the passive save the medic? Can it save it? And yes, it will save her just barely there, and the Tyrell gonna be able to connect there on the Lunara as well. So fantastic job by Team Binfused, getting the kill on the Greyman and getting the kill there on the Lunara. And we do have a disconnect there on the side of Extremely Xplicit there with Banwan.
Has left the battle.
Was this the reason they actually managed to catch the kills? Did they get a disconnect, or did he manage to connect here again? We do see the Greyman tagged here. So Greyman is actually an AI, and we do have a pulse there. So wow, I'm very curious. I mean, was the Greyman a bot during the time of death? Wow. But as it stands, not a big deal either way. I mean, they sure, Team Binfused managed to secure the tribute, but still it was only 1 out of 3 tributes and no curse, and no big, you know, nothing too big that happened off it. We do, however, have the 2-man wipe, which does give them extra experience. But again, on the side of Extremely Xplicit, they have the Abathur, so he does manage to keep them in the game as far as experience go, despite the fact that Team Binfused is managing to get kill after kill after kill here. So good job by the Abathur player, doing exactly what he needs to do, making sure that his team is getting all the experience that they need in order to stay in the game. When we do have a skirmish here with the steam drone going down to the Tychus player, and we see that the team is on the back line there. The Abathur is going hammer the Mirage, but won't be able to secure the kill, but instead they're going to collapse on the Tychus and secure the kill on him. The Ancestral is going to be connecting there with the Greyman. He's trying to get the secure kill on the Mirage, but he doesn't manage to actually connect his heroic with her, or rather he's not able to finish her actually with it. What a close game there. They did manage to secure the kill on the Tychus, but not more than that. When the judgment, sorry, there on the Greyman, not able to have any follow-up on it, and the Tyrell is in a knock position, can actually get the kill on the Tyrell. He's dropping very low here, and the Muradin popping Avatar there together with the hat. They're gonna go do a fair amount of damage here on the Leeming, but she will blink away there, gonna get healed up by the Heartless. So fantastic job there by the Morales, keeping her teammates alive, staying at the back, not allowing even the Greyman to, or the Greyman clone to actually jump on her. And we have seen that both Greyman and the Abathur, as a Greyman clone, tried to close in the distance on her, but she did manage to stay in a safe distance, kind of behind her teammates, not allowing them to collapse on her with the full might of their damage. A good job by the Morales player, managing to stay alive through the onslaught here. That's called Greyman and Abathur. So we do have level 16 hit for both players here. We do have Executioner there for the Greyman, which makes sense considering you do have the Muradin on your plane. We do have another disconnect here and a pause. Okay. Whew. So we do have 16 level 16 hit for both teams here. We do have again Executioner for the Greyman. We do have Starwood Spear here for the Lunara. We do have Locust Brood for Abathur, as Earthgrasp Totem on the Rhaegar, and Give Them the Axe for the Muradin. So fantastic synergy here with the Executioner, with Give Them the Axe, and with the Thunder Burn on the Muradin player. So expect to have a significant power spike here on the side of Xtremely Explicit. Due to the fact that now all of a sudden they have this, in a sense, double, well, actually, given the axe is more than double Executioner, but so this, you know, double benefit from the slowing here. So really something to look at and be afraid of, especially if you see a Muradin with a head on himself. Ooh, and the Muradin here with a small face check here, but won't be able to be taken down. It is a Muradin after all, but it will allow them to secure actually this tribute. As tribute number 2 will go here already. The second tribute here will go for team Binfused with their 2 out of 3 tributes. So for the Morales here, we have second opinion here. So we have here a small engagement here. We do have the clone here on the Greyman here. The Tyrael used zero distance judgment there, and he will be taken down there. But the Morales as well here, she's going to be taken down by the Muradin there. Again, something to look after there. The Muradin does a lot of damage with giving the Actor, and the Greyman clone will be able to zone out the rest of the team there, allowing Xtremely Explicit to take the boss here at the top. So fantastic job there by both the Greyman and the Abathur, collapsing on the Tyrael there, kind of deleting him instantly, despite the fact that it is a Tyrael. And despite the fact that he does have the imposing will, and of course good job by the Muradin together with the hat that he got at the last second, they're kind of allowing them to jump on the Morales and get the kill on her. So again, we do have second opinion here for the Morales at 16. We have Titan Granite for the Tychus, we have Holy Renewal for the Joanna, Salvation for the Tyrael, and Arcane Orbit for the Li Ming. Hoping to get extra value through her orb. Oh, and the stun here from the boss is gonna catch the Johanna. She doesn't have her iron skin up and ready there. And this is a very dangerous skirmish here. We do see that the Abathur here is gonna be sneaking down the tribute, while the team Binfused is gonna be defending here the boss. So Xtremely Explicit are not trying to get the little bit of extra value that they could have gotten by pushing with the boss. Instead, they're like, okay, we got the tribute, we got the small victory, we are gonna back away there, not wanting to risk too much here, and I can respect their decision. They are very close to level 20. They need to focus on getting their storm talents and then make something happen. They are so far ahead in experience right now that they have a very long window of opportunity. Once, of course, they hit level 20, where they can actually make something while having the advantage of having storm talent. By the way, Wizened Duelist for Greyman, not too stacked here. It's only 3 out of 10 here, sorry, for him. We do have a small skirmish here, but Team Binfused, and I love it. They're trying to make something happen before they have level 20 on the side of XXX there. It seems like, I think I said triple X there, but whatever, man. We do have the Tyrael getting a lot of damage there, but he does get healed by the Morales there, and it seems like Team Extremely Explicit there rather are gonna be able to disengage rather safely. Nice try by Team Binfused there, trying to make something happen, trying to get the fight there, but instead they are gonna try and force the fight here on the tribute, and this is a fantastic tribute for them actually, kind of forcing the engagement here before there's level 20 here on the side of XX there, and the Tychus player gonna get a lot of damage by the Lunara player and will be removed for now. So good job by them, managing to secure the kill there on the Tychus player, and the Tyrael player will be also dropped there. As he is a little bit too aggro there, out of position, not being able to get any heal done by the Morales. So we do have storm talents here hitting XX, and this will allow them to secure the tribute, which is also a curse for their side. So we do have Hunter's Blunderbuss on the Greyman as his level 20. We do have Galloping Gate for the Lunara player. We do have Locust Nest on on the Abathur. And by the way, Abathur gonna pay his life, but not before trading his life for a keep. Was it worth it? Probably it was. Probably it was. Storm Shield on Ray guys is level 20 Storm Talent, and Hardened Shield on the Mutant. So no rewind. I'm a little bit surprised about that. I would love to see some rewind shenanigans. The cleanse here, very questionable cleanse there, but as it stands, it's a use cooldown. They're trying to get the third keep down, but it doesn't seem like they will be able to get it. Premature steam actually on the Tychus there will frighten XX there, and they will be running away very, very quickly. They are rotating on the fort here, but I don't think they can actually take it down. It's a very, they really need to back off here. They don't have their Abathur player. There are still 4 players only there, and it's going to be a 4 vs 5 situation. Sure, you do have your level 20 advantage, but it doesn't matter if you're playing in a 4 vs 5. But as it stands, we do have now a level 20 just about to hit here for Team Beef. It just hit right now, but they are down 2 keeps. And versus an Abathur player, this can be a disaster. Ooh, and XX immediately gonna go and snag their boss there, and I love this decision. Team Binfused, they need to be worried about it. I mean, they look at the map and they don't see anyone from XX. They need to be thinking about, hey guys, they are doing the boss. And I would have loved to see a rotation, but as it is, XX are gonna be able to secure this boss, which will allow them to potentially, by the way, secure the next boss if they want to. However, we do keep in mind that this boss is gonna go directly to the core. So if they can get a player or 2 wiped here, and it seems like they will be, they are a little bit out of position here. The Morales is trying to get on the Tychus, but she is coming from a weird angle there. Ooh, this is so bad for them. The Morales is so isolated. She just cannot come here to connect and heal her teammates, and we already see that the T-Row player has been taken down. She will be able to finally get there, but it's too little and too late, and the Tychus player will be taken down, and the Johanna as well. She does have her trade proccing, but it's not going to be enough. And game number 2 here, it seems like it will go to Xtremly Xplicit. She does have her indestructible again. This is what I was looking for, but it doesn't matter. They made it. She actually secured the 2 kills they needed in order to end the game, and congratulations to Xtremly Xplicit for winning game number 2 versus Team Binfused. Whew. Whew. Wow, that game was fantastic. What a back and forth game. I mean, it did seem that overall, like in the big picture, Xtremely Xplicit had the upper hand throughout the fight, but Team Binfused actually managed to get some of the kills they needed to through the Tyrael push forward. But at the end of the day, they were out of position at the end there. We had the Tychus together with the Tyrael kind of waiting in the bush there, and you know what, I could get behind the decision why you want to be aggressive at that point, which is of course what you have to do. The boss is going directly to the core. You have to force a fight outside the core. Let the minion that the boss go through kind of soften him up. Try to make a fight outside the boss. Try to wipe the enemy team away from your core, and then go and clean up the boss. So I understood the decision why Tychus and Tyrael were there, but there was a little bit of miscommunication on their side. The Morales was out of position, and then when she did rotate, she went through the lane where the Tychus and Tyrael, they retreated from the kind of like that back door area that you know, weird path there that you have there through the tower vision. So she couldn't kind of connect, and by the time she could connect, of course, it was already too late. The Tyrael was dead. The Tychus was at 200 hit points. So just a little bit of miscommunication there on the side of Team Binfused, and you know, they lost to heroes at that stage of the game, which allowed the boss to just, you know, go ham on the court together with 5 players behind him in a 5v3 situation, and yeah, allowed Xtremely Xplicit to end the game. So I'll see if I can actually get someone from Xtremely Xplicit to join me here on Discord, and we can have a short interview with them. So yeah, so fantastic 2 games here by Xtremely Xplicit. They're gonna be winning the series in a 2-0 versus Team Binfused. Nice try by Team Fuse. I like their dedication to the Morales. It seems like their Morales on game number 2 did pay off early in the game. she managed to negate a lot of the poke damage, but you know what, at the end of the day, it really all came down to that final fight they had, where they still didn't have their 20, but Extremely Explicit had. They tried to make something happen, which was a smart decision, but sadly they couldn't make anything happen at that point. I mean, instead they lost, which secured the curse, which allowed XX to secure 2 keeps, and eventually, of course, push with the boss and end the game. So nice try by them, definitely well played, but definitely they also need to work a little bit on their communication in order to succeed in the future. As far as the interview goes, it seems like I cannot get a response from Extremely Explicit, sadly. So let me just do another last attempt there. Kind of last ditch attempt there to get an interview, because I don't know about you guys, but for me personally, I'm always curious to hear what they have as their opinion for the various situation, the draft, in-game situation, like how do they deal with this and stuff like this. It's very interesting for me to hear about them. But it seems like I'm not getting a response from XX, sadly. Not in the in-game lobby, not from Whisper in-game, and not from Discord. So I guess they went on a quick break or whatnot. So anyway, I'm gonna call it off. So guys, thank you for watching. There is gonna be another game today, actually, between again Extremely Explicit and Balance of Interest. Balance of Interest is the team McDino is part of. McDino is one of the moderator on the Twitch channel, as well as the guy that actually manages to, or I don't know if he manages, but kind of the guy who's in charge of the scheduling of Heroes Lounge, kind of make sure that everything's happening correctly. So guys, tune in again. It's gonna happen in 1 hour or 45 minutes actually. So we're gonna have the game between Extremely Explicit and Balance of Interests happening in 45 minutes from now. So make sure you're tuning in again. I'm gonna be taking a much needed break. I think I'll actually be leaving the stream on then, because it's only a 45 minutes. Yeah, I think I'll keep the stream on. Okay guys, so I'll see you again in 45 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed my casting. Of course, if you have anything to say, to add, to criticize, feel free to. And I'll see you guys in again in 45 minutes.